Director of Operations at Exclusive Genetics. Today we're going to go over a few training techniques that we use. That way you give you an idea of kind of what goes on behind the scenes and what we do to get these bulls ready to go to an event. If you'll follow me, I'll show you how to do it. This is bull 3471 backdraft, and he's one of these bulls that he gets a little excited when he starts to see people. And that's one thing we have to do, is get them used to people and to being around them so they don't hurt themselves in the back pens. One of the first questions that people ask me when they're new to the business and they find out I raise bucking bulls, they say, well, what do you do to make them mean? Well, that's the exact opposite. We want to try to calm them down so that he doesn't hurt himself, he doesn't hurt me, and we go to an event and he does the whole routine without getting too stirred up. So you don't want to excite them or spook them or anything. You just kind of want to be calm and let them know that you're not here to hurt them. And, you know, it doesn't always work exactly how you want, but, you know, if you're kind of on the same game plan with them, usually you can get them through the process without them hurting themselves. Now we've got him up this far, it's time to go into the bucking chute. This is a mechanical dummy that we use to put on the bull's back. This is just a box that kind of simulates weight. Bull's natural instinct is when something's on it, like a bull rider, is to buck it off. So this does nothing to electrocute them or shock them or anything. All it does is kind of simulate weight. And we don't want this thing to hurt or harm them anyway, so these have been designed to fit the contour of the bull's back. And as you can see, it's got a really soft padding everywhere that touches the bull's back. And the strap that goes underneath is much like the one on a horse on a saddle. It's real soft, that way it's not injuring. So to review, again, you've got this dummy here. You know, it's contoured to fit the bull's back when it's sitting on. These have hinges, and like I say, it's real soft padding there. Got a handle so we can hold on to it. This is a unbreakable antenna, and it's just real basic, just like a trunk latch, that when this hooks in, we can put an electronic remote and it clicks off. And bulls are very smart. They're just like human athletes. The closer you get them to the chute, that they know it's about time to perform. So you can see the way he's acting. He's getting a little more stirred up, but it's just that he knows it's almost game time, so he's getting himself amped up a little bit. So now we're going to show you how to put the dummy on. Sometimes they'll get a little jumpy in there, but you just try to stay calm and focused. And it's like training any other animals. The more calm that you are with them, the more they're going to respond to that. And this is just a curved hook, so I can get down there and hook this. I'm not trying to get the bull at all. I'm just trying to hook the dummy itself. That way I'm not having to get down in there. Hook the section that goes around him, and I'll put this into the trunk latch. And that's all there is to that part. It's a real basic setup. Okay, this is the flank rope. It's a really, really soft cotton rope. It doesn't have anything in it to hurt the animal. And all this does is go around their midsection, kind of a little bit above where we wear a belt. It's just to give them a little kick and give them something, just like when somebody walks up behind you and kind of gooses you a little bit. It's nothing to hurt you, just something to give them a little more kick when they're bucking. We'll put this in too. Again, this is just around his midsection. It's not around anything that's going to hurt this bull in any way. It's just simply right around him, kind of like a person would wear a belt. And what we do is we use this flank, what we call a flank pin here. When we get ready to put it on, you're just going to snug it up. We're not putting in it really tight, just like if you wore a belt tight. It wouldn't be comfortable and you wouldn't want to move. So we just give him just snug enough where he can kind of feel it. And we use this pin, and the reason we use this pin is because then once it's on and he's out in the arena, we don't want this bull to buck any longer than he has to. Now we've got the dummy set, we've got the flank on him, he's ready to buck. And when he's out there, we don't want him to buck for very long. So as soon as this dummy comes off, we want this flank to come off. So this flank pin is tied in a manner that as soon as it comes out, this flank falls off. That way he's not bucking any more than he has to in the arena. Backdraft here, a top 25 bull. We're trying to get him ready to go to the $1 million futurity, where he can win $500,000. So the last thing we want him to do is to get there to Las Vegas and get too excited in the chute. And so you see, he's the kind of bull, he's a little fidgety when he's up here and he's getting ready to go. He's just amping himself up. So when we're here at home, a few things we can do to try to get him used to that dummy is just kind of rub on him, get our hands on him. And you know, some people use different techniques like a broom or this and that, but you know, you just kind of want to rub on him, just let him know that it's all right, that we're not trying to hurt him. Just try to get him used to feeling things on his back. So every time we run him through the chute, we'll do this and kind of rub on him a little bit just to kind of get him used to the situation and feeling hands on him. And another thing that we want to do as a trainer is get this bull used to coming right out of the arena. That way when at an event and he bucks, he's not out in the arena trying to hurt himself or anyone else. He knows where the out gate is and he knows to come right out. And that's exactly what we want them to do, just come right out and go right out of the out gate. Now you've seen the procedure of what it takes to get the bull from the back to the chute, a little bit of the chute procedure is what we do to train them in there, and then exiting the arena. So now let's take a look at Backdraft when he started his career with an event win at Hamilton, Texas.